you. My name is Frances Cairns. I'm the founder and CEO of Campus Quad. It's a pleasure to meet you all and see you all. How many of you are investors? All right. How many are company owners of some kind? All right. How many are here to present in this room? All right. Hang with me now. I'll try to be 7 minutes of not too boring. We're a mobile-first company about student engagement, and I'll tell you why I decided to do Campus Quad. My vision is that the campus should be the most connected experience of your life. You know, when students go to university, they make connections that intentionally, hopefully, last their lifetime. Why does this matter to me, and why do I care about this? I spent time in my career in 4 different universities: University of Arizona, University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire, University of Western Michigan, and as well as University of Findlay, small, all different kinds of universities I worked at over time, in student affairs and student activities, in international education, and in teaching and learning with technology. All that said, yes, I'm somewhat old, but I'm still young at heart. Why I care about this is I spent time after all those universities, and I went to work at Macromedia. I worked at Apple, and I did iTunes University there with John Couch and a lot of other people. Now it's like 15 million downloads a week for Apple. I went on and I worked at, with Mini Cooper. I built a mobile company. I've done a lot of really crazy things, but I have to tell you, this is the funnest thing I've ever done in my entire career, is bring a mobile-first company to students. If you think about where students are today, 40 to 80 times a day, they're on that mobile phone looking at it from 10 to 20, 30 seconds. And where are universities today? They're still on the web. Predominantly still on the web. We have a lot of mobile websites, but we don't have a lot of mobile-first platforms. A mobile-first platform might be something like Path, Instagram. Anybody Instagram users in here? Anybody got any kids about 14? 14? Then you know what Instagram's completely about. They think Facebook's dead. My vision is to connect students on campus and to make it the most connected experience of their life. How are we going to do that, and what pain are we solving? Today, if you're out and you're a part of a student services, you're talking to your students through listservs, emails, Facebook events. And as one university said to me, being on Facebook is like a necessary evil. I have to spend 3 or 4 head count to be there, but nobody listens to me while I'm there. My point is be direct, go direct, meet the students where they are in real time on a mobile phone. Student government, how hard is it to find out what's happening if you're from the Asian Student Club or you're from another club or organization? You want to find out what's happening in real time. It's hard. If you're a campus leader, you probably have 1/3 of your spend or better is on co-curricular activities, but you have very little way of knowing real-time engagement. In mobile, I would say probably very, very little. And then if you're auxiliary services, if you serve at the bookstore, or you're part of athletics and you want to promote the next game, the next t-shirt, insignia, sweatshirt, whatever, that's a $14 billion business annually, $800 students still spend at their campus bookstore. So it's a relevant space to be in. What I decided to do was to not build a social media app. I'm not Facebook. I'm not any of those things. We're a campus community app. You have to validate to get on the app. You have to be part of a .edu system of some kind. And what we did was take the flyer metaphor. How many of you have been on campuses? I went at Cal. Cal and Duke are 2 of our places we're going. If you go at Cal today, there's just flyers everywhere, and students don't use those. They can't see them. They're irrelevant. And given all the technology we have, I thought, why not make a photo flyer? So basically, what we did was make it really simple to create events, coupons, photos, and exchange just by simply taking a photo. And so if you take a photo, you can tap it, and you can create it, and then you can go ahead and you can send it across any social media network. So we're not trying to replace Facebook. We're not trying to replace the other things that are out there. We're basically saying, get simple. I made this so that if you can text and you can take a photograph on your phone, you can be in Campus Quad. It has to be that simple. You can follow people because it's also very hard to explore. If you're at the University of Arizona, where I worked at it for a year, at ASU, which is even bigger, some 77,000 and 4 campuses, it's extremely difficult to get connected and to find your way around. And so one of the things I'm passionate about is getting students connected to their interests. I was at Foothill College the other day, and one student said to me, she comes up, she introduced herself to me. The second thing she said to me is, I'm a wrestler. Why would she tell me that? And how did she find other wrestlers on campus? And so I went through, and as I introduced myself to each different student, they told me something about every single one of their interests they have. I'm on the student committee. I'm a campus ambassador. I'm. They have a lot of power and a lot of interests, and they want to follow those and connect to those. They don't want to get everything on campus. In fact, I asked them, should I connect in campus RSS feeds? And the first thing they said to me is, absolutely, positively, don't do it. We want to connect with each other. So we didn't do it. The coolest thing about this, though, and it's one of the favorite features of the students, you can see all flyers in real time. So if you're standing in the quad at Sprawl or at Stanford and you want to see the flyers of the bookstore, you want to see the latest food truck item that's out and somebody took a picture of the food of the day, you want to see where your friends are and what they're doing and what events they're involved in, you can just bring up the map. We make the photo super easy to make. These are the templates. We have a template for every single one of these. And if you want to create a photo template, it's just like that. I just showed it to you. So tap it in, and it geo-faults to where you're standing. You do the same thing with the coupons. What we're working on right now, which we'll have in place for fall, is all the real-time metrics that come out of this. So imagine for the first time you can see what students are interested in. You can see their hotspots. You can see the geo-related assets that we'll have and the heat maps related to their interest. You can like, you can comment on a flyer. You can do a lot of different things with them. We're at Duke and Cal. And we piloted to a lot of great success. We paused after about 8 weeks of just pounding on it with the students. We ramped up to a couple thousand. Night-over-night growth was somewhere in the 300% range. But we stopped the pilot there, and we revamped it based on what we heard from students. And the number one thing they wanted was to follow somebody. We didn't have that in the app. So this app is not built for me. It's built for students. And it's actually driven by about 12 to 15 students who work with us in a great deal, both at Duke. So how do we make money? We sell this as a SaaS model straight up to universities as a seat time model. We also are working with Follett, which is one of our early investors, and they're here today. Nice to see some of those guys. And what we're working on is a revenue driver, product placement, as well as SaaS model. So I'm going to stop there. Do I have any time left? 30 seconds. I can get off. No? Great, fantastic to meet you all. Thank you.